Welcome to BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation. It is 2026, July 15th, and today we have AI agents training models, Kagglers squeezing reasoning skills, OpenAI talking useful work per dollar, and quantum computing trying to stop tripping over its own shoelaces.
That is a full buffet of nerd food. I brought a fork, a firewall, and emotional support coffee. Because every time someone says agentic AI, a project manager somewhere starts naming a dashboard.
Story 1. NVIDIA says autonomous coding AI agents can post-train NVIDIA Cosmos 3 in one day using agent skills. And the blog frames the result as pushing vision reasoning models above 90% accuracy with very little manual effort. Simple version. Imagine a junior engineer who never sleeps, reads the repo, runs experiments, fixes setup issues, and keeps asking, did the score go up yet?
So the AI is now training the AI, which sounds efficient and also like giving a raccoon a lab coat. But the important part is vision reasoning, not just seeing pixels, but understanding what is happening, like whether a robot arm should grab the cup or politely apologize to the table.
Exactly. And for normal people, this matters because better vision reasoning feeds robotics, autonomous systems, warehouse automation, and safety monitoring. For developers, the bigger message is that model improvement is becoming a workflow problem. Data, evaluation, code, and agents all tied together, not one magical prompt wearing sunglasses.
Story 2 is the NVIDIA Nematron Model Reasoning Challenge, where more than 5,000 Kagglers tested techniques to improve reasoning accuracy. I love Kaggle because it turns machine learning into a competitive sport, where the scoreboard says, "Congratulations, your sleep schedule is now deprecated."
The useful takeaway is that reasoning gains often come from careful method, not only bigger models. Competitors typically combine better prompting, verification, multiple attempts, ranking, and error analysis, which is basically asking the model to show its homework, then hiring another model to grade the homework.
I slightly disagree with the hype here. If a model needs 5 retries, 3 judges, and a motivational poster to solve a problem, maybe it is less genius intern and more very confident toaster.
Fair roast, but the reversal is this. Humans also use drafts, peer review, calculators, and coffee strong enough to file taxes. Story 3 connects directly. NVIDIA describes running auto research workflows with reinforcement learning agent skills and NeMo, where agents inspect repositories, set up runtimes, resolve errors, and manage long-running ML experiments.
That is the part I actually find practical. If the agent can handle the boring glue work, like dependency errors and runtime setup, then researchers spend more time asking smart questions and less time screaming at a package manager like it personally betrayed them.
For businesses and teams, this is where productivity gets real. The opportunity is not replacing every expert tomorrow. It is compressing the cycle from idea to experiment to evidence, while keeping humans responsible for goals, review, security, and final decisions.
Story 4. OpenAI published guidance on managing AI in the agentic era, with the very corporate but useful phrase, useful work per dollar. Translation, stop buying AI confetti cannons and start asking whether the thing actually finishes valuable work.
That metric matters because agentic AI can look impressive in demos while quietly failing in production. Imagine your phone is personal assistant. It is not enough for it to say, I can book flights. It must choose the right dates, avoid the $900 baggage trap, and not send you to Cleveland by accident.
And for everyday listeners, the career advice is simple. Learn how to delegate to AI, but also how to audit it. The new skill is not typing please in the prompt. It is defining the job, checking the result, and knowing when the robot intern is hallucinating confidence with jazz hands.
Story 5 moves from agents to quantum computing. NVIDIA says its Ising decoding approach cuts color code logical error rates by over 300x, which matters because useful quantum computers need error correction. Otherwise, qubits are like soap bubbles trying to do calculus in a wind tunnel.
A 300x error rate cut sounds huge, but I want to keep one sneaker on the ground. Quantum progress is exciting, yet the gap between a better decoder and a world-changing machine is not a crack in the sidewalk. It is a canyon with a gift shop.
Perfectly put. Today's pattern is that AI is becoming less of a chat window and more of an operating layer for research, coding, robotics, and enterprise workflows, while quantum computing is still fighting the physics boss level.
Your action item. Pick one repetitive technical task this week and test whether an AI agent can help. But measure time saved, errors, and review effort. If it only creates a prettier mess, congratulations. You did not automate work. You invented decorative chaos.
That is the show for BD Daily Tech News Podcast. Subscribe for daily tech clarity. Like if this helped. And tell us in the comments, are AI agents already useful in your workflow? Or are they still enthusiastic raccoons with keyboards?